I got lucky, guys. You got to somehow figure out what you need to do in order to do some fast thinking first aid. I do not highly recommend what I'm doing right now, but this should help us. Scotch tape, guys. What's happening, guys? It's your boy Dan, right back at you again with another episode of 302 Fishing. Welcome back to the channel. If you're brand new and you're still hanging around, guys, you had already done so, hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell. That way you're informed of all of our future episodes. Of course, give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Drop a comment below, let us know what you think. Follow us on Instagram at 302 Fishing. Let's try not to get rudely interrupted on this episode. So I calmed down, I digressed, and now we're gonna move forward here. But I called my boy, I got the name of the pond, and we are on the right body of water, the one we should have been on at the end of that last video. And we are going to go ahead and pay our respects to the fish that I was trying to target at the end of that video, which would be the slime rocket, the snot rocket, the toothy little critters, the big green machine. Yes, we're talking about the chain pickerel, and this one has a heavy concentration of it. And of course, we're going to pop it into another pond possibly if we don't get any luck on this one right here. Mainly, we're going to be fishing with jerk baits here. I think they're all Rapala style baits, or Rapala, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, we might even pop a spoon out here. Who knows? We're going to try to see what works to try to get those toothy little critters to bite on the end of the line. We'll fish this section right here. There's almost a boggish little section over here. Got to kind of be careful of. I did talk to a gentleman on this side by the road. I think he was only fishing in that section. He said he hasn't had a bite at all. But I think we're going to have some success right here. So give me a moment. Let's get everything all tied up. Hopefully we get lucky, guys, and we get one of those toothy little slimy critters to bite up on the end of that line. Here are the baits that we are using today. All of them are Rapala, as I mentioned to you at the beginning of the episode. We got many styles. We've got a shadow wrap. We got a husky jerk, couple rip stops, and again, just normal traditional jerk bait here, all again by Rapala. Variants of colors right here. These are obviously resembling minnows that float around here and skitter around. These are the natural forage. Basically, that's maybe a bass fry or a yellow perch. And of course, you got to get a little bit more flashier with the fire tiger color. You got the fluorescent colors in there. It would be orange and yellow and the green on top. And of course, the little tiger stripes are along the body. We're probably going to start with this one first here, get it out of the way, because it is kind of windy and I don't think this is going to cast too far, but I want to try to get that out there because we do have success on the fire tiger colors. So bear with me, man. Let's wrap one on. Let's get it going. All right, let's get to work here and see how long it takes us to get one of these guys on the end of the line. One thing I will highly recommend to you guys is when you're fishing for these chain pickerel, always have a pair of pliers on you. Be ready. They are thrashers. Get a hold of that jerkbait real quick with the pliers, not your hands. Again, sometimes you can use your hands, but I wouldn't recommend it too highly because, again, they will put those hooks into your hands because they flop all over the place and they're very, very hard to handle because of the slime. If you do not like getting slimy, please don't target these fish, because what I commonly see is a lot of people who have towels in their hands and they put towels around these fish, and that's not what you want to do. That coat is on there for a specific reason. It's to protect those fish. So when you take that slime coating off, you're opening up that fish to infection or potential bacteria, and that's not what you want to do to these fish. You want to handle them in the proper way and get them back into the water as quickly as you can. You're gonna get slimed. It's gonna happen. And you got pants, you can wipe them on. You got shirts, you can wipe them on. It clearly will come out if you use some Shout, guys. I've been fishing for these chain pickerel many years. I guarantee you, your clothes will get clean again. Also, guys, if you are fishing these fish, be prepared. You're gonna lose lures. It's gonna happen because they will bite through that line sometimes. So if you don't wanna lose your jerk baits, this is not the fish for you. But we're going to try to go through some of these colors. I think we're going to spend about maybe an hour and a half right here and then go to that next pond if we have to. You can clearly see this is a shallow pond because we're picking up some junk already. There's one right there, guys. I saw him come right up after it. He swirled right at the top of the water there. Nice. That didn't take long, guys. I love using that fire tiger, guys. Fire tiger, fire tiger, fire tiger. I saw that fish lurch right up out of the water. Hopefully you guys would have seen that. But that fire tiger is the bait right there, guys, to use on these chain pickerel. So glad that took only a couple minutes. See how much they thrash around? I almost got that hook on my hand. But give me a second to get this guy under control. And what I always try to do, if you can see me right here, see how I'm touching the tail to the ground? As soon as they touch the ground, they kind of settle down a little bit. When you have them up in the air, that's when they start thrashing around. He has got that hook in his mouth pretty good. We're going to try to get that out of there and get this fish on its way. But that was a pretty cool bite right there. He's chomping down on it, guys. Look at that. There we go. But we're going to have to fix our line because that line was just in its teeth right here. But we'll get it fixed in a second. But there's your chain pickerel. Maybe about 10-12 inches long. But let's get that fish in the water and send it on its way. And she's gone. This is definitely a fish that you want to be continually checking the line on. I noticed that the line was in the fish's mouth. So we got to check to see if there's any frays on that line before we cast in. I'm already feeling it already. So that means we need to trim our line up and get fresh again and get out there for the next chain pickerel. But fire tiger, guys, I mean, you got to have that color in your box, man, if you're going for the chain pickerel, man. That's just usually the prime color right there. Chain pickerel, man, definitely an apex predator. They love ambushing that bait because that bait was right on top of the water and he didn't come after it this way. The fish came from underneath of him and struck it that way. This is a floating bait, or excuse me, a slow rising bait. I'll jerk, 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 and the bait will actually slowly rise up. And most of the times they'll get it on that rise. But chain pickerel do like to chase. Sometimes these chain pickerel like laying shallow next to some of these plants or right around these logs that are right just beneath the water, right on the edge of the shorelines. There's one right there, guys. Fish on. Another one. All right, guys. There you go. Nice. There you go. Look at him thrash around, man. He is not happy. But as soon as I touch him to the ground, watch. See how he comes down as soon as he touches the ground? And this fish wanted this bait in the worst way. Look how far down he swallowed that. But give me a couple minutes. Might have to do a little bit of surgery here. Yeah, that bait's way down there, guys. So give me a couple seconds. Fortunately, in my car, I have a tool called a fish spreader. Got two little pointy areas here. You close up the gap here, put that in its mouth, and then once you release it, it's going to spread that mouth open. But unfortunately, when I popped it open, I cut myself, so I got to get myself stopped from bleeding here. And it's not going to be good right now because of the sliminess on this fish, but we'll get that in there and get that mouth spread open so we can get that bait out of his face. But boy, I'm bleeding pretty good here. Most of the blood, guys, is not the fish, it's me. But to put the gripper right in there and see how it spreads the mouth, now I can go ahead and get the bait out of the fish's mouth easily. All right, we got the hook free from the fish here. Again, I'm trying to stop my bleeding right here, but let's go ahead and get that snot rocket out in the water there, and he's off and running. But I stabbed myself pretty good here, guys. I'll show you in a second here. It was clipped crossed with each other and it flipped up them real quick, and this part right here is very sharp, and that's the part that hit me right there, and it's got me bleeding pretty good. But let me try to get this bleeding to stop here. What sucks is I don't have a first aid kit on me, so I don't have any band-aids I can get. But I got to keep using pressure. I went up to the car and got some water and put some more pressure on it. Try to keep the bleeding to a minimum. That's the most decent cut I got. It's not too bad, but I think it just hit a capillary and it just keeps bleeding and bleeding. Yeah, I got myself pretty good right there, guys. So we're gonna try to move on and fish with it. Again, I can't sit here and bellyache about it. It happened. Still trying to get this thing under control, guys. I mean, this is all my blood. I'm ruining a very good sweatshirt of mine, but it is what it is. So bear with me, man. Let me try to get this going. If not, man, it might be a short ending to and otherwise started off to be a productive episode here. Trying to devise a plan here to see if I can continue to fish here. I got lucky, guys. You got to somehow figure out what you need to do in order to do some fast thinking first aid. I do not highly recommend what I'm doing right now, but this should help us. Scotch tape, guys. We're gonna make this work, man. Look at this. All right, man. Sometimes you gotta think outside the box in order to keep things going here. Obviously, we'll give ourselves some proper first aid once we get home. Hopefully that'll last for a little bit. But I was wondering if I had that in there or not, but boom. There's one. Fish on. Yes. Yes. That's a decent one too, guys. That's a real decent one. Yes. That's a good one, guys. What do we got here, man? Fish just gave up. The battery kicked me off. Nope, he's still there. He fooled me for a second. That's why I felt like a little heavier, because he got sideswiped. All right. Fire tiger obviously works. Going to use our technique there. Touch the fish to the faller. See how he just stops automatically? We're going to get that grip on that bait there. And again, try to get it out of there safely. But I'm going to see if I can get this fish's mouth open here. Open up. And you're gonna see inside of here, hopefully if he opens up, he's not happy. But I want you to see, if I can look here, everybody thinks they just have the row of teeth that are inside of the mouth on the outside edges, but it is not what you think, guys. You got teeth on the edge, yes. We're gonna try to get that pair of pliers in there and show you what I'm talking about. So we've got the pliers there, and if you look right here, we'll get that back in there again. We'll twist it around, and if you can look on the bottom of the pallet right there, hopefully you guys can see that, there are razor sharp teeth that are right up underneath there as well. Right on that pallet right here on top with the top part of the plier. So that's why you got to be careful with these fish. But so far, 3 on. But so far, 3. Oh, God. All right, get it together, Dan. So far, we've got 3 chain pickerel. See how slimy they are? My goodness gracious. I was trying to rest it in my hand, but That's how slimy these guys are, and that's how dangerous they are, man, when they have that bait in that hand. But we got a nice little chain pickerel going on. Let's get that one back in the water. Thank you, Mr. Chain Pickerel. Oh. Wrong way, buddy. Wrong way. Let me help you. It's over here, okay? And she's gone. Boom. I'm a little bit late filming this outro over here, but it's kind of a good thing that that happened right there. But I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. I had a fun time putting those snot rockets on the end of the line, even though they were almost the death of me. But you can see the extreme in temperatures here. That's why it sucks to be in this state, man, because you never know what you're going to get here. 65 degrees on that episode right there. 1 week later, you see me completely bundled up, guys, and we've got frozen ponds. It's 28 degrees today. So I'm gonna have a tough time trying to find a body of water to fish on here to try to get my next episode up. I might have to run over to a spillway and just, you know, suck it up and do a panfish episode again, but it is what it is, man. I'm always trying to get out a weekly episode for you. So guys, if you did enjoy that chain pickerel episode, we did get our target right there. Give me a big fat thumbs up. Drop a comment below. You got some great videos off to the right-hand side here. Check those out too, guys. If you haven't already done so, subscribe, click that notification bell, and of course, follow us on Instagram at 302 Fishing. I'm gonna get out of here. My fingers are numb and raw right now. Try to get warm. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Hopefully you're catching your nice little slimy critters on the end of the line. And as always, guys, fish on.